Hey guys, Killing the Movie King, and I'm back again with another movie review. And today I am reviewing a Dolph Lundgren movie called Command Performance. Yeah, I picked this up. If you guys remember one of my Blu-ray updates, this was one of a double feature I picked up. Picked it up at Fry's. So I am a big fan of Dolph Lundgren. I kind of feel that it kind of sucks that he didn't really get to blow up as much as like Jean-Claude Van Damme, Sylvester Stallone, Steven Seagal, even I can say Steven Seagal, Arnold Schwarzenegger. None of the 80s action guys, and I'm a big fan of all those guys. And I've always liked Dolph Lundgren. He's actually one of the first villains I was ever scared of. I mean, I'm not gonna say as horror villains, no, but I'm saying out of like movies, people watch James Bond or Batman, Joker. None of those guys really intimidated me. I mean, I was afraid of Dolph Lundgren's character when he played in Universal Soldier, and he always had this presence to him that he could play. The thing about him, okay, I'll say this. This is my opinion about Dolph Lundgren. I'll say it simple like this. I don't know if you guys will understand what I'm trying to say, but Sylvester Stallone, Jean-Claude Van Damme, all of them, if they're acting tough, they're acting tough. That's the thing. Steven Seagal, they're acting tough. Not saying they're not tough. They could probably beat my ass. But I'm just saying that they're acting tough. The thing about Dolph Lundgren, he just genuinely looks tough. That's the thing. He just looks tough. When you see him, he just looks like a tough guy that you probably just don't want to fuck with. And he's a tall motherfucker. Anyway, so I do like Dolph Lundgren. I wish he, you know, if you've never seen any of his movies like Showdown in Little Tokyo, The Punisher, he was the first Punisher movie. It was Dolph Lundgren, really good. Sucks nobody really ever mentions it, but he was the first Punisher. I Come in Peace, Men of War. He's a great action star that kind of just got lost in all the B movies. And I'll tell you this, Dolph Lundgren's B movies are better than Steven Seagal any day, anytime. But anyways, I never checked out this is one of the movies I've never checked out, Command Performance. I have not checked out Direct Contact, but Command Performance is directed and stars Dolph Lundgren, and he plays a drummer in a band. His name is Joe. And so they're opening act for this pop star named Venus or something like that. She's like a Kylie Minogue kind of character. That's what her music sounded like, reminded me of. And the band that Dolph Lundgren plays in, the music's actually not that bad. I actually like it. I mean, he doesn't sing, he plays the drums, and I know it's not really him playing the drums, but the music sounded good. And this group of terrorists break in the show, the concert, because the Russian president is attending the show because his two little daughters are big fans of this Venus character, so he brings them over there to watch her. So these terrorists have broken in and kept the president hostage. Now, Dolph Lundgren's character was in the bathroom, and I believe he's smoking weed. I wasn't sure, but I'm pretty sure he's smoking weed because one of the comments he says when an explosion hits, he's like, I need to stay away from this shit. But he's smoking weed in the bathroom when all this chaos happens where these terrorists take over. And it's up to Dolph Lundgren to figure out what to do and, you know, basically like save the day. The best description I can give this movie is it's kind of like Die Hard. Die Hard in a concert theater basically going on, or what's that Jean-Claude Van Damme movie? Is it Double It? Sudden Death? I forgot. There's one Jean-Claude Van Damme movie which I do not like. I've never been a fan of. I'm sorry. A lot of people do like it, but I don't like it. It's like it's in a hockey stadium. Anyways, you guys will let me know down below. I've only seen it once. Don't like it, but anyways. It kind of reminded me of that. Dolph Lundgren, his character, let me explain something, what I felt when I was watching this movie. His character reminds me of Gunner from Expendables. Let's just say his character of Gunner in Expendables takes a break from doing his work in Expendables. he leaves Expendables and he goes on his free time. He's in a band, and that's how his character plays. His character reminded me a little bit of that. The thing about Dolph Lundgren, he can act. I mean, that's the thing. People don't give him that he can act. He's believable, and he has this charisma to his character. So that was the cool thing about the movie. The action. I mean, you could tell this movie's low budget. And the fault I can say about this movie, the thing that did throw me off was the CGI. It is a bloody movie, but you could tell it's some pretty bad CGI. That did kind of throw me off sometimes while I was watching it. It was kind of spoiler, but there was a scene where, you know, he slit somebody's throat with a knife. The bad guy slit someone's throat with a knife, and you could just tell the blood was so fake. It just looked so off, and it kind of bothered me. It was throwing me off every time I was seeing that, but the reason why I can enjoy it is because I've seen much worse, and at the same time, Dolph Lundgren, I mean, was stealing the show. He was great in it. He looked like he was having fun. I mean, he's directing it, but he looked like he was having fun. So I could let that slide, but it was throwing me off on it. The action is nothing remarkable, so if you're looking for something that's a great action, like something like Rambo 4 kind of action, you're not going to get that. I mean, this is like a straight to video movie, low budget, you can tell, but I mean, I do want to watch all Dolph Lundgren's movies eventually. I mean, eventually my channel, eventually you'll see like all Dolph Lundgren movies just popping up, or John Club and them, all of them eventually. I'll review them a little at a time. Not really going to go through a marathon. Maybe later, but when I went through that Universal Soldier, the last movie, kind of Day of Reckoning, really messed up my head a little bit. But for this movie, Command Performance, I have to say I'm going to give the movie a C+, because I mean, I did enjoy it. It is good for direct to video type of movie. You won't get bored. It's a cool environment. It's kind of unique, and there's never really been a movie where, you know, it's based in a theater, and I mean, there has been like demons, like but nothing like, you know, terrorists, like kind of like a Die Hard kind of feel that's based in a theater. So that was an interesting take. And Dolph Lundgren was great in it, but yeah, if I'm gonna recommend it to someone, I don't know if I'll be like, hey, yeah, you wanna watch a Dolph Lundgren movie? Watch Command Performance. No, I'm not going to do that. I tell them like I Come in Peace, or Showdown Little Tokyo, Man of War. There's so many different movies I would you know, recommend. But for me, I enjoyed it, and that's why I give it a C+. Anyways, this is Keon the Movie King, signing off.